Imagine trying to dodge a massive multi-limbed demon, right? But every time you step backward to heal, gravity shifts and you fall straight into a river of molten lava.
Yeah, that sounds about right for what we are looking at today.
Welcome to our custom deep dive into the Nioh 3 Hellrising DLC trailer. We're on a mission today to decode exactly why this footage has the community, well, simultaneously terrified and completely thrilled for its August 14th release.
Because honestly, if the base campaign was like a steep, exhausting mountain hike, this expansion is just a headlong plunge right into a vat of molten lava.
Which is pretty literal, actually.
It is. I mean, we
Yeah.
are leaving the grounded historical provinces of Sengoku, Japan behind and descending directly into the underworld.
Trading those earthly landscapes for, like, oppressive ink-black shadows and blinding, hellish oranges.
Right, because you are entering the literal source of the yokai blight, so the physical rules that govern the environment just fundamentally change.
The level design looks completely unhinged to me. It is honestly like an MC Escher painting that's just on fire.
Yeah, the development team is heavily leaning into non-Euclidean architecture here. In practical gameplay terms, that means the physical space lies to you.
Meaning a hallway that looks 10 feet long could stretch infinitely while you run.
Or a staircase might loop back upside down, yeah.
Yeah.
They are completely stripping away your spatial safety nets.
Which is brutal because in the base game, you could always retreat to catch your breath.
But here, if you dodge backward, you might drop into a gravitational anomaly.
So the environment is basically an active antagonist now. But if the ground itself is a trap, how are you even supposed to focus on enemy telegraphs?
It's going to be incredibly tough.
Right. Those subtle visual cues telling you when to block or parry. Navigating the arena is suddenly a lethal puzzle all on its own.
Well, that loss of a spatial safety net is exactly why the combat mechanics are evolving so much.
Oh, like the new weapon they showed off, the Eclipse Blade.
Exactly. It starts out as this massive two-handed curved sword meant to stagger heavy enemies. But mid-swing, it actually splits into dual daggers.
Which makes perfect sense when you think about the arena design. If you can't dodge away safely, you desperately need weapons that keep you glued to the enemy.
Precisely. And those daggers allow for these high-speed Kai flurries, which are rapid attacks that just quickly drain the enemy's stamina.
And they are pairing that with those new infernal active skills, right?
Okay. Yeah, the ones that imbue your strikes with a cursed flame, totally halting an enemy's ability to recover their stamina.
Wait, hold on. If our new weapons stop enemy stamina recovery and, well, we can't safely retreat to recover our own, doesn't that fundamentally break the defensive rhythm of the base game?
It completely changes it, yeah.
It feels like we are abandoning patient, tactical defense for a chaotic, pure DPS race.
Just look at the new boss they teased, the Sovereign of Ash.
Oh, wow, yeah, with the subtle telegraphs.
Right, and in her second phase, she coats the entire floor of the arena in cursed fire.
So you literally cannot play defensively when the floor is burning beneath your feet.
Exactly. The only way to survive is to kill the boss before the environment melts your health bar. It mechanically demands relentless aggression.
That chaotic aggression feels like it actually mirrors the protagonist's narrative state, though.
It really does. The trailer shows our hero, Hyde, standing at the Sanzu River.
Which isn't just a combat zone, it's the bridge separating the historical campaign from this purely mythological underworld, right?
Yeah, and pushing past those boundaries is going to require immense power, which is, why the level cap is finally being raised.
You are definitely going to need those extra levels just to survive the crossing.
Definitely.
But what really caught my eye was around the 1.45 mark in the trailer. There is this brief flash of a blue spirit wolf.
Ah, yes. That definitely has the fans buzzing.
I have to push back here, though. Is tossing in a familiar face from past games just a cheap nostalgia hook to distract you from the brutal difficulty? Or is this a vital puzzle piece?
I'd argue it's a vital piece. In a space as surreal and disconnected as the underworld, that Spirit Wolf acts as a narrative anchor.
So it signals that crossing the Sanzu River isn't just some random side story.
Right, this descent connects directly to the previous games. It confirms the fan speculation that this DLC is setting up the mythological true ending for the entire series.
Meaning this expansion gives you a massive, terrifying reason to dive right back into the grind.
Oh, for sure. If you haven't yet, you really need to prepare your elixirs and perfect those builds for August 14th.
But before you make that descent, we have to consider the ultimate goal here. Hyde is traveling to the literal root of the yokai corruption to find this true ending.
Right into the very heart of it.
But how do you actually conquer a blight when you are standing inside its source.
It's a great question.
Which leaves you with a chilling thought to mull over. If destroying the source from the outside isn't possible, what if Hyde actually has to absorb it?
Wow, yeah, that changes everything.
As you prepare to take that plunge into the molten lava, you really have to wonder, is the ultimate threat waiting at the very end of this journey going to be the protagonists themselves?